When I started working night shifts at Willow Creek Nursing Home, they only gave me one strange rule. Ignore the call light from room 312 after midnight. They didn't explain it. They didn't joke about it. They just said it like it was part of the job description. I thought it was some kind of wiring problem. Old buildings always had electrical issues. Until I noticed the pattern. 12:17 a.m. The first night I saw it happen, I was organizing medication charts. The hallway was quiet. Too quiet. Then the system panel beeped. Room 312, assistance required. I checked the time. 12:17 a.m. I glanced down the hall. The red light above 312's door was glowing steadily. I looked at my coworker. She didn't even look up from her paperwork. "Don't," she said. "Don't what? Answer it? Go near it? Ask about it?" 3. The empty room. The next night, I checked the records. There was no patient assigned to room 312. Actually, officially, there was no room 312 at all. The digital directory skipped from 311 to 313. But the physical door was there, and the light above it worked. At 12:17 a.m., the call light turned on again. This time, it stayed on longer. Exactly 1 minute. Then it shut off by itself. 4. Curiosity. On my fourth shift, I decided I wasn't going to ignore it. 12:16. I stood at the end of the hallway, staring at the door. 12:17. The red light blinked on. I walked toward it before I could change my mind. The hallway felt colder the closer I got. When I reached the door, I noticed something strange. The call light cord inside the room was visible through the narrow window. It was stretched tight, like someone was pulling it from inside. 5. Inside 312. The door creaked open. The room was almost empty. No hospital bed. No personal belongings. Just an old wooden chair sitting in the middle of the room, facing the far wall. The call light cord hung from the wall beside it, tied into a tight knot. No one was there. No place to hide. And yet, the air felt occupied. I stepped inside fully. The door slowly swung closed behind me. 6. The reset. I untied the cord. It was warm. Not room temperature. Warm. Like it had just been held. I stepped back into the hallway and closed the door. The red light was still on. I walked to the nurse's station and reset the system manually. The light shut off. I exhaled. Then the panel beeped again. Room 312, assistance required. I checked the time. 12:17 a.m. Still, the minute hadn't changed. 7. The audio feed. That night, something new happened. The overhead speaker crackled. Static filled the air. Then breathing. Slow. Shaky. Then a voice. "Why won't you come in?" My blood went cold. The channel display blinked. The voice continued. "He gets closer when you don't come." The speaker cut to silence. No static. No hum. Just silence. 8. What happened before? The senior nurse finally told me what happened years ago. Room 312 used to house an elderly man with severe paranoia. Every night at exactly 12:17, he rang the call light. He said someone stood in the corner of his room, not moving, not speaking, just watching him. Staff checked every time at first. Nothing was there. Eventually, they stopped going immediately. One night, they didn't go at all. In the morning, they found him dead. Not in his bed. In a chair in the center of the room, facing the corner. The call light cord was wrapped tightly around his hand. 9. The last night. On my last shift, the power flickered just before midnight. The hallway lights dimmed. At 12:16, the system panel lit up on its own. Before 12:17, room 312, assistance required. I hadn't heard the beep. The red light was already on, and the door was open. I didn't remember opening it. Inside the room, the chair was no longer facing the wall. It was facing the doorway, facing me. And the corner. The corner wasn't empty. The darkness there was thicker than the rest of the room. Not shadow, not light, just presence. The breathing started again, but this time, it wasn't coming from a speaker. It was coming from inside the room. Behind me. 10 after. I quit the next morning. They removed the call light from room 312. Disconnected the wiring completely. But according to the maintenance logs, every night at 12:17 a.m., the system still records a 1-minute assistance request from a room that no longer has electricity. And sometimes, if you stand at the end of the 3rd floor hallway long enough, you can see a faint red glow under the door, even though there's nothing left inside, except a chair, facing the corner.